Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from AstroNova. It's not quite rocket science, but it does involve some incentives. Get ready to see how their top executives get paid. This report is called an 8K. Companies use it to tell investors about big news that could matter to them. AstroNova just filed one, and it's all about how they're paying their top executives. Specifically, we're looking at their short-term incentive plan for senior executives for the year 2026. Think of it as a bonus plan designed to motivate the big bosses. So what's this stip all about? It's the Senior Executive Short-Term Incentive Plan. It sets the rules for bonuses for the company's top leaders like the CEO, the Chief Financial Officer, and the Chief Technology Officer. The goal is to reward them if the company hits certain financial targets. Let's name names. Gregory Woods, the President and CEO, Thomas DeBile, the VP, Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer, and Michael Natalizia, the Chief Technology Officer, are the people who will be getting these bonuses. The size of their bonus depends on how well the company does, and it's based on a percentage of their base salary. Okay, let's talk numbers. The size of the potential bonus is tied to each executive's base salary. For Gregory Woods, the CEO, his target bonus is 80% of his salary. Thomas DeBile, the CFO, is looking at 45%, and Michael Natalizia, the CTO, has a target of 35%. How do they actually get these bonuses? It all comes down to adjusted EBITDA. That's basically a measure of the company's profit, but with a few tweaks. It's how much money the company makes from its operations before things like interest, taxes, and depreciation are taken out. Adjusted EBITDA is a common way for companies to measure how well they are doing, without all the noise of accounting. Here's the catch. If AstroNova doesn't hit a certain minimum level of adjusted EBITDA, the executives get nothing. If they reach that minimum, called the threshold, they get 50% of their target bonus. If they hit the exact target that was set by the compensation committee, they get 100% of their target bonus. If AstroNova does even better, they can get even bigger bonuses. If they exceed the target adjusted EBITDA but don't reach an enhanced target, the bonus goes up bit by bit. This is determined through a process called linear interpolation, which is just a fancy way of saying that it's calculated proportionally. If they go above the enhanced target, the bonuses don't increase any further. Let's break down what adjusted EBITDA really means for AstroNova. It starts with their regular net income, which is the profit after all expenses are paid. Then they add back in things like interest, depreciation, amortization, income taxes, and share-based compensation. The compensation committee can also approve other adjustments. These adjustments are made to get a clearer picture of the company's operating profitability. There are a couple of other limits to keep in mind. The total amount of bonuses paid out under this plan cannot be more than 15% of AstroNova's overall operating income. Also, any bonus that are paid have to be factored in when measuring the overall adjusted EBITDA goal. Now let's put this all together and see what it means. AstroNova is using this short-term incentive plan to try and motivate its top executives to improve the company's financial performance, and more specifically to increase adjusted EBITDA. If they do a good job, they get a bonus. If they don't get anything. AstroNova's approach is interesting because they focus so heavily on adjusted EBITDA as the key performance metric. This shows that they're trying to run efficiently and be profitable. Having a large chunk of the executive bonus tied to hitting those EBITDA numbers really gets the executive team aligned to the goal of increasing the bottom line. This structure does come with some risks. For example, executives might focus too much on short-term results at the expense of long-term growth. It's a careful balance. Overall, AstroNova seems to be taking a pretty standard approach to executive compensation. They are using a mix of base salary and incentives to attract and motivate their top leaders. The success of this strategy will really depend on whether they can continue to grow and generate profits. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the world of corporate finance.